You're watching Tenkara, and this is an unboxing and field test review of the TN Provo. So before we get started, we have 3 disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1, I've only been doing Tenkara for about 18 months, so I'm between a beginner and an intermediate, so I'm not an expert. Disclaimer number 2, Keiryu Rod Company is paying me to review this product in the form of a partial discount of my purchase price. Disclaimer number 3, I would have done the video for free anyways because I'm that excited. Now, a little bit of background why I actually want a Keiryu rod. I got into Tenkara because I love the simplicity, the elegance, and the portability of it. And I got into it when I lived in a city that was about half an hour away from some really great fishing rivers. Now I live in a city that only has municipal lakes and ponds. So I wanted a new rod, and I thought I'll get a really long Tenkara rod so I can keep doing a Tenkara presentation, but do it while I'm bank fishing on lakes. Turns out what I really wanted was a Keiryu rod. So there's 2 YouTube channels that kind of answered the questions that I had about Keiryu rods. One of them was Tenkara Addict with Tristan. I don't know the guy, but you should check out his videos. One of the things that he talks about, and we'll mention later in this video, is that a good rod disappears in your hand. That'll be one of our criteria. The second one is Justin Outdoors, and this guy pushes all of his equipment to the absolute limit. And one video with the TN, or not with the TN Provo, actually with the T100 by Keiryu Rod Company, he pushed it past its limits. He caught a carp that weighed more than 20 pounds, and as he's attempting to bring it in, the line, or not the line, but the rod itself breaks. So as a consumer, I loved watching the video, seeing just how far you can push a Keiryu rod, but also in the comments below, he talks about how quick and easy it was to get replacement parts. So at the time, I was thinking about mailing off to Japan to get a Keiryu rod. Obviously, having an opportunity to have extra parts and service right here stateside, that's what's more attractive. So now you know why I want a Keiryu rod. Let's do the unboxing. All right, so Keiryu Rod Company was really great as far as learning about what the rods are all about. Their website is easy to navigate, lots of good information. In fact, they have a section that teaches you how to measure the flexibility and the strength of a rod. So you can sort of test drive the rods before you buy them. Instead of ordering it straight off the website, I ordered it from Amazon. Same price. It's actually their store on Amazon. Let's unbox it. The initial packaging, as you would expect, is just fine. Nothing to report there. Interior packaging is great, as you would expect. Heavy box, that is pretty cool. It says open here. Get some different hardware out. So that is a very good packaging. Child-proof, thus the struggle. All right. Here you have the TN Provo. Comes with, there we go. We got some stickers here. Stickers are always fun. We have a care guide, which we'll definitely read later. Sticker. So this is their business card. For questions and comments, call them. They're actually very easy to talk to. I've emailed them once. They responded very quickly, and I called them on a telephone. I actually got to talk to one of the creators and have a full conversation, not just my simple questions. Comes with protective case and a spare first section. So those are the most common ones to break which is really, in my experience, that's going to be operator error, not an engineering issue. There is the case. That's very nice. It's a heavy fabric, easy to wash. I take my Tenkara rod with me everywhere. It goes with me to work. It goes with me everywhere. So this would be easy. Has a carrying case, which is nice. Will also work good. I can strap it to the outside of my backpack. And now for the exciting part. Has a, looks like a heavy-duty plastic sleeve on the inside, so it is a hard shell with the fabric case. Oh man, it's got a snug fit inside of there, so everything rides firmly. Flip that around so you can enjoy. This is the second iteration of their logo, and it shows a mountain with a Keiryu rod, and this new iteration has got a fish. Wow. Okay. So that is the Keiryu rod collapsed. And if you can see, it's got a matte gray finish, has kind of bamboo green stripes, and chrome trim. It's not exactly, but it does invoke the same idea of a Dodge Hellcat. So we'll look at all the segments together. I like looking at the segments on my Tenkara rod to see just the precision that everything stair steps down. And on these, you may or may not be able to see them, but on the tip, it has two parallel dark green stripes. They spent 2.5 years designing this, and what that translates to, each time they built it and rebuilt it, they're not trying to just get a product on the market and get their little niche of Tenkara or Keiryu. They had in mind a specific thing that they wanted to do, and they weren't going to quit until they got it perfect. So that is what we're holding. Not all of the segments are actually the identical material. In fact, they specifically chose which carbon fiber to use to get each segment to perform the function that they're looking for. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the main section. The fit and finish all the way down is gorgeous. So you're getting high quality all the way through. Something different about Keiryu rods compared to Tenkara rods is the main section kind of has a single diameter all the way down, and some websites call it the bat. So, and it does kind of resemble that. It's a little bit more stout, but it isn't too stout. It's not too much diameter. It's really comfortable in the hand, and at just under 5.5 ounces, to say it's light is really an understatement. The other interesting difference of this particular rod from the Tenkara rod that I have is that the very tip section and the following section do come apart. The swivel tip on my other rod prevents that. So you got compact right here. That's easy to take with me everywhere I go. Everything feels solid. So that is the TN Provo by Keiryu Rod Company. We're going to take it out on the water and get an actual field test. We're going to see if a longer rod, this one is 15 feet 11 inches, if a 16-foot rod is going to change the dynamics, allow me to put a Tenkara presentation further out, which is my goal. We'll see you in a minute. So we got the TN Provo out on the river, which is not my multiple time per week fishing excursion. Usually I fish on the way home from work, stop at one of the municipal lakes or ponds. But it was great to take a Sunday afternoon picnic on the Arkansas there in the Bighorn Sheep Canyon. Didn't find any trout on this particular trip, but had a great time playing with the rod. The simplicity, the elegance, the portability, that's all there. It's a heavier backbone, so it is a bit of work compared to my ultralight rod. However, it's definitely going to bring in bigger fish than what my other rod is going to do. It also reaches way further out, so I've got an opportunity to put a Tenkara presentation in front of fish that normally I wouldn't. There's a little comment at the end of this clip that a dog is a man's best friend, but I wouldn't mind meeting a trout. First one on there. This thing is great. Loving it. When you hook up to the fish, the whole rod flexes like a bicep. It's not a hit that you feel on the end. It travels through the whole rod. It's really cool. Oh, what a pretty rainbow, especially for a stalker. So, really pretty rainbow on a kabari. Quick tip, as I'm using the TN Provo, I'm discovering the problem I had is I was holding it like a Tenkara rod, which it will work, and you get all that subtle motion and feeling. But since you're extending out 16 feet, you want to hold it a bit more like a handshake, and that lets all the weight sit right at the bottom of your palm, and that's a lot nicer. You still feel everything, you still get your graceful cast, but that's the right way to use it.